colors, lots of them. That is what is in version 0.120.1 alpha. They developed a new system to expand available colors for placeable objects, allowing them to bring you over 150 new colors per updated item and over 175 new colors for walls and carpets even. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, brown is now a color you can use in this game, and that is very exciting among the other colors as well. But that's not all. There is bonus bat decorations that have been added to your island, and in this video I'm going to go over all of these new additions and updates and fixes and changes and all of that other stuff in this Ponytown update video. Starting of course with the fact that all of this stuff basically came in version 0.120.0, but it was followed up with some kind of hot fix that fixed strawberries landing as UFO strawberry bushes, which I don't even know what the heck that could possibly even mean. I guess some of the strawberry bushes that they used on the island, by the way, they're strawberry bushes now, for some reason were floating or something. I have no idea. Maybe sometimes when you picked strawberries off of it, it would be floating like a UFO. That was a bug a long time ago, and I guess maybe it came back because of this. The new color menu is really interesting. I'm going to show that off here in a moment, but suffice it to say they added a ton of new colors for these objects, colors for the outdoor items, a bunch of colors to the gardening items like a potted tree and a potted orchid and things like that, a bunch of new colors to the placeable wall items, so even the walls have new colors, and the carpets, of course, as well have 180 new colors, apparently. They added new placeable bat cave walls, which are really cool looking. There's actually new placeable items, a medium pot plant, or a medium plant pot, which honestly I thought wasn't a thing. I was like, surely that's been in the game before, but I don't know. I guess apparently it hasn't been in the game before. But of course, there's the wall bat banner, the bat banner, and the wall hanging bat, and the hanging bat. They added the ability to edit multiple colors of certain objects, like the potted orchid or the blooming potted plant. I'll show that off in a minute as well. Strawberry patch. There's an entire strawberry patch now on the map. I'll show that off here in a moment as well. They added the ability to brush, rake, and wrench tools while moving objects with the crowbar while on mobile. Currently in Ponytown, or at least previously in Ponytown, that was exclusive to PC, because you would use like keyboard keys basically to do that, and that's kind of cool. They also shuffled around some stuff in the build menu. Party banners are now in the wall items category. Of course, they would still be in the party category as well, but now they're also in the wall items category, which honestly makes a lot of sense. They removed subcategories for walls and tiles and building menu. I'll show what that means here in a moment. They removed legacy bat walls. I don't know what that means. I guess I do. They used to have bat walls, and I guess they replaced them with these. They replaced item color list with color menu and building menu. So now when you're going to, it'll make a lot of sense when I show it. Basically, they adjusted some old object colors to fit new colors and changed some sprites to be compatible with those colors. Improved light and dark beach torches to be color variants of each other instead of just separate items, which always kind of confused me anyway. I always wondered why they were just different to begin with. They improved building tooltips, improved building menu to show wall types and seasons in the color menu, improved crowbar and wand tools to cancel placing objects when selecting a new object from build menu on mobile. So there's a few mobile fixes and improvements here as well. Outside of this, they also improved the donation menu to hide labels on small screens, fixed building menu not scrolling to select an object when switching while building menu is closed, fixed a bunch of these other things here. You can pause to read these. They even fixed ghost objects appearing after edits and with tools on islands in some cases, which sounds insane. I kind of wish that would have happened to me, because it sounds like it would have been really interesting. With that said, let's jump into the game here and take a look at some of these changes. As you can see, we have a strange green bed, a teal doormat, and a yellowish pillow, a banana pillow, you could even say. And of course, all of these bat walls. Look at these bat walls and all of their different colors. They are amazing. If I can just show you exactly what that looks like when you kind of make a big wall right there. And of course, as you can see, I'm standing on brown carpet. Brown is now a color in the game. It's amazing. And here is a blooming plant and a book. I'm going to show those off in a moment. But here's how the new painting essentially works. If you get a paintbrush like this and click on something that's paintable, like this banana pillow here, it opens up a color menu, kind of similar to how the build menu is. You have some recent colors down here at the bottom, so these are the most recent colors that you used. You can expand this, make it taller. You can't really, well, you can kind of make it wider. Some of them you can make wider, some of them you can't, which it just depends on what you're coloring, I guess. But you can change the color of it to be anything you want. Let's make that black, and now it's black. And I honestly think this black is blacker than the black we used to have. I think the black we used to have is closer to this. So I really think it's a darker black than than what we used to have. Now, of course, if you are like on like this banana-ish color or something like that, you can still hit spacebar on your keyboard to circle through all of these, even though you initiated this by clicking on it. It's really interesting. Obviously, this is not very efficient to just hit space over and over again to get to the color you want. It's obviously much easier to just scroll and then click on the color that you want. This works for everything that is colorable, but some things have a little bit of some differences. For example, the blooming plant here, if I click on it, you can see that it is slightly different here. We can click this and we can see, oh, I want to change the color of the flower inner, and I can make the flower inner bright green, and then the flower outer, I can make that like black for some reason, and then I can go to the pot and I can make the pot brownish color or something like that, or maybe this nice blue color right here. So now we've customized every single section of this except for the actual leaves themselves. That is really cool. This will probably be expanded to more items in the future, but for now it's mostly some of the plants, and very few items can have this depth of customization. Now, some objects like the book, which actually used to have the most amount of color versions, actually now when you click on it, instead of just getting like, oh, it's an orange one, a red one, a white one, etc., it actually just shows you what each of the objects would look like. So if you're coloring something that would be drastically different when you paint it, like the book, it just shows a preview of what it is, so I can quickly switch to that, and it is pretty nice too, because again, if you wanted to do it before, you would kind of have to hit space, or you'd have to click this thing multiple times to get to the color you want to. Now you just click it once and then scroll, and then boom, we got the horseshoe book, we got the friendship journal in there, and that's really cool as well. The floor tiles is kind of similar, but you used to be like stone, and then you'd get to brick, and then some kind of colored carpet or something like that, and then you would scroll and you would get like to the next color of carpet, and then the next color of carpet, etc., etc., etc. But they changed it to where now if you're on PC, you can hit space and you will be able to look at this huge color menu and just get immediately what color you want. Let's get this strange reddish color here that looks kind of nice. Honestly, all the colors really look nice. Now, if you aren't on mobile and you want to change the color of the carpet, you can still just hit the paintbrush in the build menu, and it will open up the build menu color thing, and you can switch it to whatever color that you want. Now, the same thing applies to the brown tiled wood, or just the wood tiles in general. Again, it used to be that you would be at the tiled wood, and then you'd scroll, and then you'd be at some other colored version of that wood, etc., etc., etc. But now you can hit space and you can get the 3 different colors right here without having to do too much work at all. Same thing applies to the regular tiles and pretty much anything that had colors in the floor category. The same thing now also applies to walls. Walls used to work where if you pressed space, it would just immediately switch it to auto, and then short, and then tall, and every time you press space, that's what it would do. Now, when you have a wall of any kind and you hit space, it just opens up the color menu. You can choose the color, and you can toggle the walls all from right there. It's actually pretty useful. It's gonna take some getting used to, but I think this is gonna make building actually a little bit quicker than it used to be. And now finally onto some of the other things that maybe you're not as interested in. The new objects, here they are right here. We have the some of the wall banners here, and then of course the wall bat, and then the regular bat. Honestly, genuinely, looking at these two right here, it's really hard to tell what the difference is, especially when you're in the build menu and I say like search up bat right here. You can see that there's 2 right here, and it's like you literally can't tell the difference. Even if I show you the name of them, that's a wall hanging bat, and this is a hanging bat. What is the difference? Well, the wall hanging bat actually has a shadow so that it can actually be on walls and actually look good on a wall, while the hanging bat doesn't have a shadow of any kind. It's kind of niche and it's really hard to see, but it is the difference there. Now, of course, the other object is the medium potted plant, which honestly still feels like it used to be a thing, but I guess apparently it's not. And again, if we can change the color of this, but we can't change like the plant plus this, like how we can the whatever the heck this plant is called. And last but not least, here is the strawberry patch. This is actually located in the top right section of the map. If I open up my mini map right here, you can see right up here in the top right corner of the mini map, that is where this is located. This actually used to be the pumpkin patch, or rather the second pumpkin patch, because there's 2 pumpkin patches, or rather there's only 1 of them now, and this is actually a great improvement. I honestly would rather have this every day of the week rather than 2 pumpkin patches. Maybe this was their plan all along, is to put a strawberry patch here, and they just never got to it until finally now they've gotten to it. I genuinely don't know, but these strawberry bushes and stuff like that, you can find them all over the map in different places. For example, if I just fly in this direction long enough, you'll eventually see, as you can, strawberries over here, and there is some around here as well, and here. Now, this does make me wonder, will they do something to the carrot farm that's next to that strawberry patch? Because right now, the carrot farm is looking very bad. It's actually even looking worse now because they did a farm the way a farm is supposed to be with the strawberry patch. So I'm very curious of what's going to happen with that. I'm also very curious of what they're ultimately going to do with the pumpkin patch in this other corner or this other part of the map, because right now it's also kind of just in a weird spot. Like, it doesn't really have, I don't know, it just looks really weird. There's just pumpkins everywhere. It's very old, it's ugly. Hopefully they'll change this at some point in the future, and hopefully they'll change the carrot farm sometime in the future as well. I made a video where I redesigned these two places. I actually even redesigned that pumpkin patch that was ultimately replaced with a strawberry patch, so that's kind of interesting. But if you want to see that, you can click the cards on the top right or something like that, or check out other videos on my channel. They're taking systems that exist right now and they're revamping them, they're updating them, they're getting improved versions of systems that already exist, and that's a good sign that maybe some of the other things that you might have issues with in Ponytown are going to be improved soon, or hopefully soon. We'll see. Now, one last thing too as well, the strawberry bushes are not placeable on your party island yet, but they will be placeable on your party island in the future. For whatever reason, I guess there were some other issues that they wanted to fix for it, but they decided not to release it with the colors just yet. But it will be released on party islands eventually, soon. So expect those at some point in the future. But for now, that's it. Please do consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and doing all of those wonderful things like that. Because when you do wonderful things like that, not only do you get access to wonderful content such as this, but you also get to become wonderful yourself. And I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful.